Spring is here! Well, it's been a long winter, but spring is finally here. It's a beautiful day in New Hampshire, and I think it's time we gave the E63 some love. She's rolling around on her winter wheels, covered in dirt and dust and salt. I think it's time we swapped over to the summer wheel setup, gave it a good clean, and got a couple other things in the works for it. But before we do that, she's filthy. So let's get her washed up, get her in the garage, and get to work. Well, a quick spring wash quickly turned into a full spring cleaning. Gave this thing a full quick bath, washed the wheels, and then dove into the interior, which was pretty dirty, daily driving duties. Gave the whole interior a quick wipe down, conditioned the leather seats, got my summer original AMG floor mats in, wiped down the dash, everything, vacuums. Looking showroom fresh in here. So that's ready to go. So I dug my summer 20-inch Advanti wheels out of the basement. Those are ready to go. So let's get to work. Let's get this thing up in the air, get those winter wheels off, get those ready to go back in the basement, and get ready to put the summer wheels on. Snow tires are off, looking excellent. I mean, they only got like 1,500 miles on them, but yeah, good to go for next season. And before we put the summer tires on, summer wheels on, you guys who saw the Z06 video, you might know what's coming here. Yep, I'm gonna paint the calipers. I think I'm gonna go with red on this car. So this car, I think starting in 2012, you could get the P30 package, which got you different differential and red brake calipers along with a couple other things. So basically you'd get these exact calipers, but in red. All I have to do to get those P30 calipers is take these $8 decals from eBay or wherever I got them, paint these calipers red, slap a decal on there. I mean, I didn't want to do anything too crazy, but I think that, like I said, the car could have come from the factory with those red brakes. I think it'll be a nice OEM plus touch, really kind of set off the calipers a little bit against the black paint. Nothing against the gray, but it is a little bit boring. So that being said, we got to get these calipers off, obviously, to get them prepped and painted. But I think I want to power wash the wheel wells tomorrow afternoon once it's light out again. There's a bunch of grime down there, and I'd like to get that off before the summer and start with a fresh, clean slate. So in the meantime, I'm gonna focus on the wheels for a second here. So you guys remember when I put these on, I was kind of complaining about the center caps. They're black, and just don't really like how they kind of clash against the wheels. I wish they were silver. Wish I could find an OEM Mercedes cap that would fit in there, but they're like a weird, like 70 millimeter size, and the OEM Mercedes caps are 75. So I've searched far and wide, cannot find a OEM cap that I like. Here's an example of an OEM cap. So anyways, I had these custom made on like Etsy or something. They're supposed to be like a brushed silver finish, but they showed up for like 12 bucks, and they're just how they look. They're basically white. So put one of those on there, and it looks marginally better, but still doesn't really match the silver, and I don't know, just not really what I was looking for. So I got to thinking, what if I take one of these OEM caps, kind of grind these mounting tabs off, and then just basically glue it to the front of the wheel over the other center cap. So that's what I did, and what do you know? Basically looks factory. Got our beautiful Mercedes star spoked emblem there, just how you'd find on a factory wheel like that on my aftermarket wheels. Looks perfect. And all I did was first apply the decal itself, then some 3M double-sided adhesive tape, which is strong as hell, and then just pop this guy on, and that thing is solid on there. So for the cost of these decals, which is like 12 bucks, and these on Amazon, which is like 15, I've got what I think is a basically OEM looking center cap finally on these Avanti 20-inch wheels. Looks much more proper, I think. So I'm gonna do that on the other 3 wheels, and then tomorrow we'll get to power washing, get these calipers off, and get them prepped for paint. Alright guys, next day, got the center caps all done. They look so good, so much better than those black ones that were on there before. Super happy with how those came out for like 15 bucks. So I ceramic coated these before I put them on last fall. Obviously cleaned them before I put them away, so these things are 100% good to go. So now we can focus on these calipers. So like I said, I want to get this all cleaned up, degreased, and we'll get the calipers off. Actually, I think I'm going to take the pads out first, because you got to knock these pins out, which might be kind of hard to do off the car. So I think we'll get the pads out first. Well, clean everything, since it's all sandy from this winter. Clean everything, get the pads out, then get the calipers off, and then we can get them prepped for paint. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon in the garage here. It's like 75 degrees in early April, unheard of weather. So let's get the power washer out and get to work. okay. You put up a good fight. Yeah, no, that was an absolute struggle, boys. I am absolutely filthy. Head to toe, these calipers fought me. I think you saw on one of those, I had to use the jack because the 21mm caliper bolt was on so tight. So, 3 beers and this many tools, including the torch, is how many tools and how much supplies it takes to get these calipers off. But they're off. It's now dark out, getting dark out. So yeah, gonna take a quick break. Then I'm gonna get these things power washed, completely cleaned up, and we'll get them ready for paint. Paint them tomorrow once it's light out again. Also, forgot to mention, tried to wash those wheel well liners, and you guys probably saw it, dumped 17 metric tons of dirt onto my floor. So I immediately stopped that and removed both of them and brought them outside and pressure washed them. So these are drying up now, much better. And now all I need to do is clean that up once we're done with this job. Next morning here, guys. I apologize for kind of rushed filming last night. As you could probably tell from the video, it was getting a little bit dark. So I kind of was rushing to get the base coat on, then the decals, and then the clear coat, but these calipers came out awesome. So a few coats of base, red coat, let that dry up. Then I applied my black AMG decals and then cleared the whole thing with 2 or 3 coats of high temperature clear. Came out awesome. Really, really liking how this is looking. Also, when I was getting the rear brakes off, some of these rear brake soft lines were looking pretty ratty, and I kind of beat up on them with the vice grips, so figured it was a good time to probably just replace these. Stopped by the dealership yesterday and on the way home from work and grabbed 2 new ones from the Mercedes dealership. Actually, I think I had some B-roll footage. There was a facelift W212 chassis with the exact calipers that I was talking about. So basically this exact setup right here looked really nice. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, now we basically just got to reverse what we just did, get the calipers back on, bleed the system, get my summer wheels and tires on, see how this thing looks. Alrighty, well, I got the car all back together and it looks fantastic. Got big red Brembo AMG calipers under there. Unfortunately, because we washed the car before we brought it in here, we got rusty rotors, but quick drive will take care of that. The center caps look awesome. Still love these Advanti Rain 20-inch wheels. I think they're a perfect OEM plus look on this car. Now we got the red calipers behind there. Looks awesome there. Down back, same thing. Also gave these rotors, just the hats were a little bit rusty. Quick coat of silver, nothing too obvious. Looks factory, looks good. Same thing over here. Boom. Look at them things. Shoo! Well, we got a little bit of daylight left, so let's take this thing out, go for a ride, and see how it looks out in the daylight. And also, you know, let's get some exhaust clips. You guys haven't heard this car enough. It's insane. It's awesome. All right, let's start it up and go for a ride. Oof. What a mistake that was, attempting to clean those wheel well liners in the garage. Oh well. Oh, I love this car. Woo! Oh man. That's why cheap tires are the best. Don't gotta feel bad about doing stuff like that. How good does that sound though? Isn't this thing insane? Woo! That's 6.2, baby. They don't make AMGs like this anymore. Phew! Oh, those shifts. I love this car. I absolutely love this car. I have made quite a lot of progress with this car since I bought it. Exterior, interior, mechanicals, basically had half the motor apart, and it is perfect now. I am absolutely in love with this car. I think the exterior is pretty much perfect. I don't think there's anything I'd change. I love the wheels, I love the calipers, I love the whole blacked out look. The interior, you know, is super comfortable. It's like a gentleman's sedan, but you know, it gets down. Probably at right around 600 horsepower tune, intake, long tube headers, X-pipe. It's just a perfect, wicked fun sedan. Hop in, get a heated massage, awesome sound system. I'm rambling. I just love this car, but I think that's gonna do it for this video. I can't think of anything else I want to do to this car, which is just fine because it's my daily driver and I need to be driving it every day. It can't be under the knife for weeks at a time. But the calipers, I think, really set it off. You guys saw the wheels last fall, but I think those OEM Plus center caps are so much better than those other black ones. Yeah, just love the car. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys as always for watching. If you enjoyed this type of content, consider subscribing, give the video a thumbs up. Catch you in the next one.